Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we ask you to observe the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago. Kindly note that the opening prayer immediately follows the national anthem.
In the fires of open prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea. This our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place.
And may God bless our nation.
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together in fellowship today as we celebrate the achievements of our graduates and fellowship awardees. We are grateful for all of our blessings. Thank you for our families, friends, mentors, and colleagues who continue to provide support to us during our journey. We know that you are guiding our steps, and we have unwavering faith as we set forth on our paths ahead. Clear any obstacles that may arise and help us to see them as tools to learn and grow. Please bless our graduates with renewed energy and purpose as they progress in their careers. Provide them with strength and wisdom as they sharpen their skills, realize their passions, and prepare for their futures. Grant them the fortitude to lead and positively touch the lives of others that they encounter. Give us the strength and wisdom to continue to use the gifts that you have bestowed upon us. All of this we pray in your name. Amen. Managing Director and Vice President Commercial Banking, RBC Royal Bank, Trinidad and Tobago Limited, Mr. Mark Jardine. President of the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Danielle Phillip. President of the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Nigel Batiste. Directors of BAT, IBF Council members and alternate representatives, distinguished fellowship awardees, graduating class of 2025, members of the media, members of the staff of IBF, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Marsha John, Chief Executive Officer of the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago. I am delighted to welcome you to IBF's 2025 graduation ceremony. It is indeed my honor to invite our President, Ms. Danielle Phillip, to deliver welcome remarks.
Managing Director, RBC Royal Bank, Trinidad and Tobago, Vice President, Commercial Banking, Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Mark Jardine, President of the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Nigel Batiste, Directors of BAT, IBF Council members and alternate representatives, Chief Executive Officer of IBF, Ms. Marsha John, distinguished fellowship awardees, graduating class of 2025, members of the media, members of staff of IBF, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my esteemed pleasure as President of the Institute of Banking and Finance to welcome you to our 2025 graduation ceremony. This annual ceremony is held to honor the achievements of our student members who, through their hard work, determination, and resilience, have persevered to achieve success in their course of study in these unprecedented times. This year, we celebrate 67 graduates. Today, we also recognize the fruition of a successful collaboration with our long-standing partners out of the UK, Keith Checkley and Associates and the Chartered Banker Institute. 2025 also marks the fourth year we will be calling forward a new cadre of graduates from one of our new programs, the Certified International Risk Manager. All the accomplishments of our students are further momentous as these individuals have proved that balancing personal and professional commitments whilst furthering their careers is attainable. For many of you, the ceremony marks a milestone in your career and personal development. From this day onwards, you will now become a member of a network of hundreds of IBF graduates who, like yourselves, have taken the decision to pursue banking and finance as a profession. With the qualifications earned today, you are poised for success in this constantly changing environment, which is further evidenced by the past year, and you are equipped to make more informed decisions in the financial services industry in Trinidad and Tobago. I wish to also acknowledge the graduates who hail outside of the banking and finance fraternity. These individuals have recognized the importance of financial knowledge and the personal empowerment gained through our programs. A brief overview of the IBF. The Institute began its journey as the Institute of Banking of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, formerly referred to as IBOT in 1984. It was formed through a collaborative effort of the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, the commercial banks, the National Institute of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, NIHUST. IBF has undergone a number of transformations and is now known as the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago. The Institute currently offers a wide range of local and international programs. Two of our local courses of study, which are IBF developed and administered, are the Diploma in Banking (DIB) and the Certificate for Financial Advisors (CERTFA) program. With the introduction of the Securities Bill 2009, this CERTFA program was enhanced in 2011 to include three specializations: banking, mutual funds, and securities. These enhancements ensure that a graduate of the CERTFA program meets the requirements to provide sound advice as a financial investment advisor. Our new programs are offered through collaboration with our international partners. Through the Bangor University UK and the Chartered Banker Institute, we offer the Chartered Banker MBA program and postgraduate certificate in bank management and technology. Our partnership with Keith Checkley and Associates and the Chartered Banker Institute affords us the opportunity to provide 2 9-month courses in credit and risk, namely the Certified International Risk Manager and Certified Credit Professional (CCP). Upon successful completion of these programs, graduates receive exemptions from respective modules of the CB MBA program. Through our alliance with the Chartered Banker Institute, we also offer the one-of-a-kind Chartered Banker by Experience (CBBE). This program is designed for experienced banking and finance professionals who wish to gain Chartered Banker status and become members of the Chartered Banker Institute. Over the past few years, IBF, through its collaborations, has advanced achievement for our mission to facilitate the continuous development of banking and finance professionals and to promote high standards of knowledge, skills, and conduct to meet the demands of a changing financial industry. Our featured speaker, Mr. Mark Jardine, Managing Director of Trinidad and Tobago, Regional Operating Officer, Caribbean Banking and AVP Business Banking, Trinidad and Tobago, RBC Royal Bank Limited, will delve deeper into the topic globally connected, empowered through knowledge as it relates to this ever-changing landscape of banking and finance. In closing, I welcome each one of you once more to this special occasion on our 21st graduation ceremony. Graduates, we are overjoyed by your accomplishments, but remind you that you are on a continuous path of professional development. I encourage you to unlock your potential and adopt a mindset of constant learning to further develop and improve our industry and our country. I leave you these parting words from Oprah Winfrey. Your life journey is about learning to become more of who you are and fulfilling the highest, truest expression of yourself as a human being. Do enjoy the afternoon's proceedings.
Thank you, Ms. Phillip. I am delighted to invite Mr. Nigel Batiste, President of the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, to deliver the opening address on behalf of BAT.
Good afternoon. What a joy it is to gather today, even virtually, to celebrate not just certificates earned, but dreams pursued. and futures unfolding. On behalf of the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, I warmly congratulate our graduates and welcome them, their families, the IBF Council and leadership, fellows, tutors, sponsors, and all other invited guests. Our team, globally connected, empowered through knowledge, reminds us that in today's fast-moving world, knowledge is our passport to opportunity. Today, 67 graduates step forward, equipped with qualifications that will shape the next chapter of their careers. Professional certificate for financial advisors. This will empower financial confidence. The diploma in banking, which will strengthen the backbone of our industry. And the Certified International Risk Management Program. This will prepare our experts to navigate uncertainty with wisdom. Even more important than the programs you completed is what you've shown along the way. Commitment, discipline, and the courage to invest in yourselves. That perseverance is what makes today extraordinary. As president of BAT and one of the leaders at Republic Bank, I believe deeply in our people. Our sector is evolving through digital transformation, sustainability, global competitiveness, and rising customer expectation. With that change comes challenge and infinite possibility. That possibility is you. You are stepping into roles that will shape our industry, drive innovation, and strengthen the financial systems. The Bankers Association is committed to supporting our professionals who are empowered and constantly learning, because nurturing talent is nurturing progress. To our fellow IBF Fellows who are being honored this afternoon, Mr. David Robinson and Mr. Jason Julian, thank you for exemplifying leadership and knowledge, integrity, and service throughout your careers. You have lighted the path for those following. Graduates, savor your achievement today. Let pride rise and gratitude fill this room. Tomorrow, wake ready to raise the bar again. Your journey begins anew. And with bigger goals and bolder dreams, anything is possible. Continue seeking knowledge, embracing change, and building a future that reflects the best of who you are. Congratulations once again. The industry is ready for you, and the world is waiting. Thank you, and enjoy the celebration of success.
Thank you, Mr. Batiste. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Mark Jordan, Managing Director and Vice President of Commercial Banking at RBC Royal Bank, Trinidad and Tobago Limited, as our featured speaker for this afternoon. Mark brings with him more than 2 decades of experience in the financial services industry. Over the years, he has built a distinguished career as a seasoned corporate banking executive, holding senior roles in corporate finance, risk management, origination, and financial analysis, both locally and internationally. Known for his extensive market expertise and sound commercial judgment, Mark has earned a reputation as a trusted advisor to his clients, guiding them with confidence and clarity. As Managing Director, he oversees the overall operations and business strategy for RBC in Trinidad and Tobago. In his capacity as Vice President of Commercial Banking, he leads and drives the performance of the bank's corporate investment and business banking teams across the country. Mark also serves as a director for RBC Royal Bank, Trinidad and Tobago Limited, and RBC Merchant Bank, Caribbean Limited, and sits on several boards, including the Environmental Research Institute, Charlottesville, ERIC, and environmental NGO committed to sustainability. A passionate advocate for environmental and community development, Mark chairs the Caribbean Banking, Environmental, Social and Governance Committee and serves as president of the Staff Charitable Foundation of Trinidad and Tobago, leading a team of employee volunteers who provide vital support to colleagues and communities in need. Mark holds a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and Finance with a minor in Economics from Morehouse College and an Executive MBA in General Management from the Henley Business School, University of Reading. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mark Jardine.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, and distinguished guests. Today marks a milestone, a moment of celebration, reflection, and anticipation. You worked hard, persevered through the challenges, and elevated your place among financial professionals. It's a privilege to be with you today and to explore the theme that resonates across industries, borders, and generations. We live in a time where the world is more interconnected than ever before. Ideas, data, and innovation flow across continents in seconds. A breakthrough in one corner of the globe can spark transformation in another. And in this dynamic landscape, knowledge is just not power alone, it's possibility. Our theme today, globally connected, empowered through knowledge, is more than just strong words. It's a roadmap for the journey ahead. We are not just interconnected by transport lanes and fiber optic cables. We dwell in an era that is profoundly evolving from the relentless, decentralized flow of information. Our global currency is no longer physical capital, it is intellectual capital. Being globally connected means more than having access to technology and international markets. It means being part of a shared human experience where collaboration, learning, and insight transcend geography. It means recognizing that the challenges we face and the solutions we create are deeply intertwined. There exists a network of wisdom where every single challenge we face is now being addressed by the collective insight of billions of people. And empowerment through knowledge, that's the heartbeat of progress. It's what enables individuals to rise, communities to thrive, and institutions to lead with purpose. When we invest in learning, when we share what we know, and when we apply that knowledge with courage and clarity, we unlock potential far beyond our immediate reach. So today, as we reflect on this theme, let's ask ourselves, how can we use our connections to build bridges, not barriers? How can we turn information into impact? How can we ensure that knowledge empowers all, not just a few? The power of connection. Let's begin with the globally connected. You're graduating in a world where borders are blurred with bandwidths and opportunities travel with the speed of light. Trinidad is no longer just a twin island republic. It's a node in a global financial network. Our local banks are partnering with international fintech firms to deliver faster, smarter services. RBC is the largest financial institution in Canada, and its positioning in the retail, commercial, and capital markets, as well as the underlying research behind the same, speaks to its relentless pursuit of efficiency, client engagement, and cybersecurity protection. This is done through strategic global partnerships and in-house development. The TTIFC is working to position Trinidad and Tobago as a regional hub for financial innovations, and platforms like WePay and Paywise are connecting small businesses to global payment systems. When you think about it, global connectivity means that markets never truly close. Financial institutions operate 24/7 and news cycles from the trading environment. Geopolitical events, policy changes, or other major corporate news in one part of the world can trigger immediate market reactions in others. The speed of information transmission via global networks requires instantaneous analysis and execution capabilities to manage client portfolios and hedge risk. In 2008, the financial crisis demonstrated that a failure of one market, like subprime mortgages in the United States, can rapidly spread globally throughout complex instruments and interconnected counterparties. Global monitoring and real-time counterparty exposure tracking are non-negotiable. There is also the matter of regulatory complexity. Institutions must not only comply with the domestic regulations, but also the rules of every jurisdiction they operate in. Additionally, global connectivity has fundamentally raised customer expectations and redefined the competitive landscape. There is now borderless competition, where customer demands seamless digital experience to allow them to manage assets, make international payments, and access advice from anywhere in the world. This demand has opened the door for fintech companies to bypass traditional local banking structures, forcing the incumbent FIs to compete differently. The global talent pool is also evolving. For financial institutions, it's no longer just individuals with industry savvy. Financial firms must recruit, collaborate with the data scientists, engineers, risk specialists. And as graduates, you must appreciate that the rate of change means that the professional education is no longer a one-time process. Today's connectivity sets a framework for a constant state of learning. Today's theme underscores that it's not just about adopting new technology, but also about adjusting the mindset and skill set for career longevity. It also means your skills are portable, your ideas are scalable, your impact can be regional or global. As an analyst for over 20 years, I remember emailing contemporaries from Fatima College and Morehouse College to provide input into projects and share best practices so my output could be assessed by these global benchmarks. After all, whether you're in Port of Spain, London, Brazil, or New York, as a banking and finance professional, you are part of a connected ecosystem. And that connection is your superpower. But connection alone isn't enough. The real fuel for your journey is knowledge. Knowledge is what transforms a transaction into strategy, it's what turns a spreadsheet into a story, and it's what empowers you to lead, not just follow. In the Caribbean, knowledge is not just a strategic asset, it's the ultimate tool for your resilience, sovereignty, and sustainable growth. You spend years acquiring knowledge in classrooms, internships, late-night study sessions, and in the workplace. But the learning doesn't stop there. In fact, it's just beginning. There are initiatives that are training young professionals in data analytics, cybersecurity, and financial modeling. But there is also the need for regulatory technology knowledge, which requires us to move beyond minimum compliance standards and mastering global AML, KYC, and CTF standards. There's climate risk integration, exploring blue and green economies. What you have learned and continue to learn needs to move through your social ecosystem and provide guidance and support where needed. Use the knowledge you have gained to challenge assumptions, to solve problems, to uplift others. Because when knowledge is shared, it becomes power. When it's applied with purpose, it becomes transformation. As McKinsey research shows, the world is no longer driven by physical goods alone. It's powered by knowledge, powered by a flow of ideas, data, and talent. And that means each of you as graduates are stepping into a global arena where your insights and skills are the currency of progress. But empowerment doesn't happen in isolation. McKinsey reminds us that it takes context, capability, and connection. As you leave here, remember, your knowledge is not for personal success. It's a tool to uplift others and shape the Caribbean's future. Now let's focus on the unique opportunity. Trinidad and Tobago is blessed with talent, infrastructure, and a strategic location. But we also face challenges: economic diversification, youth unemployment, and climate resistance. Here's how you can turn those challenges into opportunities. Digital payments. The central bank's push for a national e-money framework is paving the way for safer, faster transactions. This can revolutionize how small businesses operate from Chaguanas to Charlottesville. Green finance. With our NG expertise, we can lead the Caribbean in sustainable finance. Imagine issuing green bonds to fund solar projects in rural communities. There are a lot of steps to make this happen, but knowledge and capability is there. Diaspora investment. Our diaspora is a vast and loyal. Platforms like Trininvest are enabling overseas Trinidadians and Tobagonians to invest in local startups and infrastructure. And let's not forget in education. The Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business is producing world-class financial leaders who are fluent in both global trends and local realities. This is our moment. By combining global connectivity with local knowledge, we can build a financial ecosystem that is inclusive, innovative, and resilient. So let's talk about your role in shaping the future of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. We are a region of immense potential. Our people are creative, resilient, and entrepreneurial. But we also face real challenges: economic diversification, climate vulnerability, and financial inclusion. As you are aware, the region is characterized by small, open economies, high exposure to climate risk, and reliance on international correspondent banking. In this context, empowerment through knowledge means transforming this sector from a vulnerable recipient of global trends into a resilient shaper of its own destiny. You are the generation that can turn these challenges into opportunities. You can design financial products that serve the unbanked in rural communities. You can build platforms that help small businesses access global markets. You can lead sustainable finance initiatives that protect our environment while growing our economy. Imagine launching a fintech startup in Tobago that helps fishermen access microloans, or joining a regional task force to build a Caribbean digital currency, or mentoring young students to understand budgeting and investing to address personal and entrepreneurial aspirations. This is not just possible, it's necessary. Because the Caribbean doesn't need followers, it needs leaders. And tonight we celebrate the arrival of some new leaders, you. Today's connected and empowered world demands a critical shift in how we define talent within our institutions. The power no longer lies in knowing every fact. All market data, regulatory text, and the core balance sheets are instantly searchable. Instead, our competitive advantage is powered by the ability to synthesize. This means connecting disparate streams of global knowledge, merging quantitative data from AI-driven market models and qualitative insights on geopolitical stability, demographic trends, and evolving customer sentiment to transform complex innovation into predictive market strategy and timely risk mitigation. And finally, it demands an imperative of ethical connection. True empowerment requires responsibility. As we gain access to the world's knowledge, we must use it not only for personal gain, but to address global problems, to tackle inequality, to promote sustainability, and to do so with integrity. So what now? Stay curious. The world is changing fast. Stay open and ask questions. Be bold. Don't wait for permission to innovate. Be the person to innovate. Collaborate. Build bridges across sectors, across borders, across generations. Lead with your heart. Let your work reflect your values. Let your success uplift others. You're not just graduates. You're architects of the Caribbean financial future. We stand at a hinge moment in history where the greatest force is not brute strength, but the luminous power of shared knowledge. No longer are we constrained by geography or bound by what we can see from our windows. The global network is our collective nervous system, instantly transmitting solutions, insights, and human stories across every border. To be globally connected is to inherit the wisdom of billions of minds. To be empowered through knowledge is to accept the responsibility not just to absorb this information, but to connect the fact that one of our markets needs to transform each other and to transform shared intelligence into universal progress. This access is our mandate, a call to courageous learning, ethical application, and a destiny that is written not in isolation but in collaboration. This is the beginning. Through upskilling, you have the power to move from a transactional processor to a strategic business partner and risk visionary. To make a profound difference in this evolving financial landscape, you must shift your focus from processing to strategic insight, bridge the technology gap, enhance your sense of risk management and global compliance, cultivate soft skills, critical thinking and problem solving, adaptability and agility. In essence, upskilling transforms the finance professional from an accountant or analyst who records history into a futurist who actively uses knowledge and connectivity to shape strategy and manage tomorrow's risk. As you step into the next chapter, remember this: you are globally connected. Embrace the connection. You are empowered through knowledge. Cultivate this for growth. You are ready. You use the power to build a better future. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is waiting, and it's yours to shape. Thank you.
Mr. Jordan, thank you for your timely and pertinent insights. We have arrived at the pinnacle of this afternoon's activity, the recognition of the 2025 graduating class for the Professional Certificate for Financial Advisors and the Diploma in Banking programs. The Banking, Mutual Fund and Security specializations for the CertFA program will now be announced. I'll call out the names of the individuals who have successfully completed the banking specialization of the CertFA program. From American Airlines Incorporated, Tina Mahadio Bazdio. From Answer Bank, Sulaiman Ghafoor. From Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, Trishana Mahabir. From First Citizens, Shanika Balfour, Melissa Ria Bassoon, Janelle Caesar Thomas, Janelle Clark, Jesse Gary Paul Kajo, Naomi Davis, Riaz Hussein, Ayana Ishmael, Charissa James, Ria Nisa James, Jameer Joseph, Brandon Julian, Anissa Kasoon, Fayola Lashley, Victoria Madhu, Chelsea Mahabir, Shanika Malchan, Salisha Mangali, Nakima Mason, Mark Parak Singh, Ruby Pillai, Kathy Rajmali, Claudine Roberts, Onika Keisha Roberts, Asha Romero, Rachel Salandi, Hannah Samuel, Janelle Bernadette Vallejo, and Temptuous Vidal. From Massey Motors and Machines, Alicia Daniel. From Neela Massey Credit Union, Janelle Alec, Sophia Siobhan Reed. From Scotiabank Trinidad and Tobago Limited, Emmanuel Ferguson. From Republic Bank Limited, Amy Raghubaw and Troy Thorpe. From Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service Credit Union, Samantha Carter and Leo Tang Charles. Banking and Finance Professional, Tamar Andrews. For the Mutual Fund Specialization, from Republic Bank Limited, Sharia DePisa Frank, Niala Gokul, Miriam Jones Joseph, Satori Martin, Keisha Parks, and Anderson Suku. From Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, Marsha Elizabeth Bassant, Wendy Fornillier, Kirby Fleming Glees, Crystal Nunes, and Tamika Victor McSween. For the Security Specialization, from Republic Bank Limited, Nicholas Abraham. The Diploma in Banking Program 2025 graduating class will be announced at this time. For the certificate level, from First Citizens, Avanel Springer. From Republic Bank Limited, Amelia Raghubar and Josanne Walcott. For the diploma level, from Republic Bank Limited, Tanya James Tomiu, Delia Nanlal, Nicholas Tomiu, and Lisa Toussaint. The Certified International Risk Manager CIRM graduating class will be announced at this time. From ACB Caribbean Bank Antigua, Ilzam Arfin and Ramona Gibbs. From Demerara Bank Limited, Guyana, Kanisha Collins. From Guardian Group Trust Limited, Amira Khan Abdul. From Massey Gas Products Trinidad Limited, Charissa Marshall. From Republic Bank Limited, Rihanna Ramrup. And from UE Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited, Wayne Charles. Let's applaud the graduates of the class of 2025. We will now hear from our international partners. Firstly, on behalf of our advanced certification programs, through our partnership with Keith Checkley and Associates KCA and the Chartered Banker Institute, affords us the opportunity to provide these 9-month programs that focus on assisting banking and finance professionals to develop competencies in credit management and international risk management. We invite Mr. Keith Checkley to deliver remarks on behalf of KCA.
Good afternoon, everyone, and good evening from the UK. Firstly, I would like to endorse the welcomes already given to the IBF graduation ceremony. One of our Keith Checkley and Associates' first events with IBF was a workshop in 2005 on Basel II and international risk management practices. KCA continued within the Caribbean region and also globally to place emphasis on good risk management practices. In any organization, risk management is difficult, and we focused on taking an enterprise-wide risk management approach. Currently, the Basel Committee under Basel III now talk of a firm-wide approach. Credit and lending continues to be a very important risk area, with as much as 60 to 70% of an institution's total balance sheet assets within the lending portfolio. More recently, we partnered with IBF and the Chartered Banker Institute from the UK for the introduction of the advanced certification programs, Certified Credit Professional and Certified International Risk Manager. Both programs have a 6-module structure and are accredited by the Chartered Banker Institute, which is the oldest in the world with over 30,000 members globally. Both gain educational credit towards Chartered Banker status and have already attracted interest from across the Caribbean region, the Middle East, and also London, UK. Full details are on the IBF website. So congratulations to some of our CRM delegates attending today, and congratulations to all, whatever IBF program you've studied. I know it's very hard work, but gaining knowledge is a great thing and will stand you in good stead going forward with your personal career and development. So well done, and very best wishes for the future. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Keith. Finally, we invite Ms. Valerie Baucom to deliver remarks on behalf of the Chartered Banker Institute.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Chartered Banker Institute, it is my very great pleasure and privilege to congratulate you all today on graduating as qualified bankers. We are proud to work in collaboration with the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago in our shared mission to enhance and sustain professionalism in banking around the world and continue to grow the global family of qualified bankers. The Chartered Banker Institute is the oldest banking institute in the world, and this year we celebrate our 150th anniversary. Formed in 1875, it is the only institute authorised by Royal Charter to award the prestigious Chartered Banker designation. Our strong heritage gives us a wealth of knowledge and experience, and we continue to evolve in line with our core principles to enhance and sustain the highest standards of responsible and sustainable banking. We are looking forward to continuing to work in collaboration with the Institute of Banking and Finance to ensure that all our bankers are equipped to successfully lead banks and banking for many years to come. You have shown your personal commitment to this important goal by studying hard to achieve your banking qualifications. On behalf of the Institute, I would like to thank you for the dedication, determination, energy and enthusiasm you have shown to complete your studies. I hope you are proud of your achievements. As you will know, studying to become a qualified banker isn't easy. But then if it were easy, completing your professional qualifications would not be so valuable or as valued. I would also like to take this opportunity to publicly thank all those who have supported and encouraged you. Families, friends, colleagues, and mentors all have played their part, and I know they will be extremely proud of your achievements. Being proud of what we achieve as individuals and as a banking profession is important. You have much to be proud of as individuals and as achievers of a professional qualification. Please remain proud of being a banker who is committed to doing the right things in the right ways, and do all you can to share that message with your customers and colleagues all over the world. And of course, you couldn't have done it without the support of our colleagues and friends at the Institute of Banking and Finance. I pay tribute to our esteemed colleagues at the IBF for all their hard work supporting these programs. I'm confident that by continuing to work closely together, our two institutions will continue to nurture and support banking professionals throughout their careers for many years to come. Congratulations once again on your achievement. Please do all you can to live up to, promote, and inspire others to adopt the ideals and values of being a qualified banker. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Baucom. Get ready to be amazed as the piano girl Johanna brings Mikkel Tasia's DNA to life on the keys.
Hi everyone, I'm the piano girl Johanna. A big congrats to all the graduates of the Institute of Banking and Finance. And I'm so excited to celebrate this milestone achievement in your lives by providing you with some entertainment.
Piano girl Johanna.
Thank you, the piano girl Johanna, for that stunning and unforgettable performance. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to recognize the graduates who have excelled in their relevant specialty of the CertFA program with IBF's awards for outstanding performance at this year's ceremony. For excellence in the banking specialization, Tamtios Vidal. For excellence in the mutual fund specialization, Marsha Elizabeth Basant. And for outstanding program excellence, Nicholas Abraham. Nicholas Abraham, having topped the overall professional certificate for financial advisors program, is also the valedictorian for this year's graduating class of 2025. We have the honor of welcoming Nicholas to deliver the valedictory address on behalf of the graduates.
Managing Director and Vice President of Commercial Banking, RBC Royal Bank Trinidad and Tobago Limited, Mr. Mark Jardine, President of the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Danielle Phillip, President of the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Nigel Batiste, Directors of BAT, IBF Council members and alternate representatives, Chief Executive Officer of IBF, Ms. Marsha John, Distinguished Fellowship, awardees, graduating class of 2025, members of the media, members of the staff of IBF, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good day, everyone. My name is Nicholas Abraham, and it is with deep humility and gratitude that I address you today as valedictorian of the Institute of Banking and Finance's graduating class of 2025. We gather, each of us, shaped by solitary study and unwavering resolve, to celebrate a milestone that reflects not just academic achievement, but the character we've built along the way. Though our paths rarely cross in person, our collective dedication unites us as certified financial advisors, ready to serve with integrity and purpose. I begin by offering heartfelt thanks to the Institute of Banking and Finance, to the administrators who coordinated schedules and maintained our learning platforms, and to every member of the support staff, whose behind-the-scenes work kept this program running smoothly. Your commitment created a structure in which we could excel. And while my preparation was primarily through self-study, I also wish to acknowledge the tutors who generously shared their expertise, guiding many students through complex topics and ensuring no question went unanswered. Your sacrifices form the silent foundation of this achievement. Your encouragement and patience allowed us to dedicate ourselves fully to this journey, and for that, we are forever grateful. I want to offer my deepest personal thanks to two people. To my uncle, whose continuous encouragement to pursue education set me on this path, reminding me that knowledge is the key to true independence, and to my mother, who became my emergency IT department and saved me when my computer crashed 10 minutes before my level 1 exam. Our program demanded self-discipline from the very first module. Many of us never met a single classmate in person, yet we shared a common experience, hunkering down with hundreds of pages to study material, a ticking clock, and the conviction that every moment of focused effort would bring us closer to our goal. In that solitude, we discovered our capacity for endurance and self-reliance, testing ourselves not only on technical knowledge, but on the quiet strength required to persevere day after day. Our chosen theme for this year's graduation, Globally Connected, Empowered Through Knowledge, speaks to the reach and relevance of our certification. We all studied within the same national borders, yet we prepared to advise clients whose interests and investments may extend far beyond them. While we may remain rooted in our local communities, our learning aligns with international standards, connecting us to a global community of professionals committed to excellence. This dual perspective, local roots, global vision, will define the impact that we make. My journey into this program started not with an academic whim, but with a specific powerful goal: the need for upward mobility and growth professionally within my industry. I know that the real growth would demand more than on-the-job experience. I needed to become more. That required disciplined, self-driven study and a solid ethical framework. I carved out daily study sessions, turned Investopedia articles and SEC publications into my evening reading, and quizzed myself relentlessly with hundreds of digital flashcards. Each small sacrifice reinforced my belief that true advancement is earned through consistent, deliberate effort. That relentless private sacrifice is the true price of this certification. It taught me that I could show up for myself even when no one else was watching. I'm also sure we all had moments where we faced our own personal Everest. For me, that summit was taxation in level 1. I remember the sheer dread of reaching that chapter and realizing we were expected to master the entire national tax code for our country. That wasn't just a test of knowledge, it was a test of sheer will and commitment. It was proof that we are not afraid of complexity, but we are willing to dive into the necessary, granular, and sometimes painfully dry details to ensure we truly understand the fiduciary responsibility we are about to undertake. But now, that responsibility shifts. We move from the academic crucible to the professional arena, embracing the charge of empowering true knowledge. This is the core of our advisory role. Empowerment means our value proposition is amplified. For me, that expertise is built on the financial discipline of this certification and the other foundations I've built with my other qualifications, such as IT systems engineering. In an age where client data security and digital platforms are everything, my knowledge now means I can offer better customer service even from a systems perspective, ensuring transparency, not just in a ledger, but in the security of their information, being equipped to bridge the financial and the technical. Looking ahead, let us embrace lifelong learning as the foundation of our careers. Technology will continue to evolve, markets will shift, and regulations will be updated. But our commitment to professional growth must remain constant. Celebrate the detours that teach patience, welcome the construction zones that challenge your skills, and treat every regulatory change as an opportunity for deeper understanding. In doing so, we will honor the spirit of this program and fortify our capacity to serve with excellence. To the Financial Advisors Class of 2025. Today we close the books on arduous study hours and open the door to boundless opportunity. Let us step out into the world not just as smart financial analysts, but as ethical leaders who use their hard-won expertise to lift others up. Though our paths were largely solitary, we arrive at this moment bound by shared sacrifice and determination. As you step into your roles, whether in banking, funds management, securities, or advisory services, carry forward the principles that guided you here: discipline, integrity, and compassion. Thank you for your grit, your perseverance, and your dedication. Thank you to every person who supported this journey: family, instructors, tutors, and support staff alike. Congratulations to each of you. May your combined expertise strengthen our communities, uplift our clients, and reflect the highest standards of our profession. Our shared success has only just begun.
Thank you, Mr. Abraham. It is my pleasure to invite Mr. Mantha Boucher, IBF Director, to deliver remarks in recognition of our examiners, moderators, and tutors. We now share a video highlighting our examiners and moderators.
We proudly recognize our IBF examiners, moderators, and tutors for their invaluable service to the Institute. Their dedication, professionalism, and expertise ensure the continued integrity and excellence of our examinations. Despite their demanding personal and professional schedules, they continue to support IBF's mission, advancing the banking and finance profession through high standards of knowledge, skills, and ethics. We thank them for their unwavering commitment and trust that our graduates are inspired to follow their example in serving and advancing the financial services industry.
Thank you, Ms. Boucher. IBF Fellowship Awards. At every graduation ceremony, IBF has been honored to present IBF Fellowship Awards to persons of distinction in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Fellows are elected by the IBF Council. from among persons of distinction who, in the opinion of the Council, have made a substantial contribution to the Institute and or towards the advancement of the knowledge of the theory of banking and finance, and or have given distinguished and meritorious service to the banking and finance industry, and or have made a substantial contribution to the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce the two recipients of the 2025 IBF Fellowship Awards. Our first recipient, Mr. David Robertson, for substantial contribution to IBF. David Robinson is the General Manager of Group Treasury at Republic Bank Limited and has been a banker for the past 25 years, serving in several key managerial roles, including Senior Manager of Treasury and Senior Manager Creditor Protection Support Unit. Mr. Robinson holds a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from the University of Waterloo, Canada, a Master's degree in Business Administration Executive from the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business, UWI, and is a Chartered Financial Analyst CFA charter holder. He also holds a Certificate in Business Excellence, Advanced Management Program from Columbia Business School, New York. He currently serves on the boards of the National Enterprises Limited and National Flour Mills Limited. Mr. Robinson has served as an examiner for one of the Institute's flagship programs, the Professional Certificate for Financial Advisors CertiFA, for 8 years, from 2016 to 2024. In addition to his work with the CertiFA program, he has also contributed as both an examiner and moderator for the Diploma in Banking DIB program at both the certificate and diploma levels for 3 years from 2021 to 2024. This critical function helps to reinforce the reliability of the assessment process, particularly in a self-study model where examinations serve as a primary measure of learning. He has demonstrated commitment to the student development through his participation in review and counseling sessions. His approachable manner and insightful feedback have helped many students identify areas for improvement and develop effective strategies for academic success. Mr. Robinson's contributions were never limited to the technical execution of his duties. He was remarkably generous with his time and consistently demonstrated a deep commitment to the mission of the Institute. Always accommodating and dependable, he made himself readily available to meet deadlines, respond to queries, and provide feedback during the review and examination periods. His collaborative approach and reliability significantly eased the administrative and academic workflow, supporting the Institute to deliver high-quality education experiences to its students. Through his years of service, Mr. Robinson made a meaningful impact on the Institute's ability to deliver programs that are not only academically robust, but also aligned with the evolving demands of the financial sector. His work directly supported the advancement of knowledge within the profession, helping to maintain the credibility of the Institute's qualifications and contributing to the broader goal of sector-wide professional development. Mr. Robinson's legacy is marked by selflessness, professionalism, and an unwavering dedication to educational excellence. His role has been influential in maintaining the standards that allow the Institute to confidently support the growth and competence of individuals across the financial services industry. On a much lighter note, despite his demanding professional schedule, Mr. Robinson remains actively involved in community outreach. He plays an engaged role in Republic Bank's Power to Make a Difference initiative, participating in a range of youth and charitable programs, particularly those focused on supporting and empowering children. As part of the Power to Make a Difference program, he also served as a judge for the Kariri and Republic Bank Coding and Innovation program, which fosters creativity and technological talent among students. Mr. Robinson's dedication to service, both in education and in the wider community, continues to leave a meaningful and lasting impact. His meticulous approach, combined with a genuine commitment to excellence and development, has not only advanced professional standards in the financial sector, but also helped shape the next generation of talent with care, integrity, and vision. For substantial contribution to IBF, ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to invite Mr. Robinson to say a few words upon accepting this fellowship award.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and speakers, members of the Institute, all protocols observed. I am truly humbled and honored to be here today, be it virtually, as one of the recipients of this fellowship from the Institute of Banking and Finance. This recognition is not only a personal milestone, but a reminder of the values of perseverance, continuous learning, and purpose-driven service. I accept this fellowship with deep gratitude. Throughout my journey in the banking and finance industry, one philosophy has served as a guiding compass, a mindset of growth and constant learning. It is the belief that abilities can be developed, that challenges are opportunities in disguise, and that there is always more to learn, more to give, and more to grow. This journey has also taught me to embrace failures as stepping stones, to welcome feedback as a gift, and to see leadership not as a title or status, but as a commitment to service and evolution. The world of finance is volatile, shaped by technology, global trends, and the changing needs of the community we serve. I would like to encourage everyone to take up the challenge, to continue to grow, to mentor others, to advocate for innovation, and to uphold the ethical standards demanded of us. To the young professionals here, I encourage you to continue to grow, to work hard even when no one is looking. The industry needs you. To the Institute, I thank you for this tremendous honor. I am deeply grateful and proud to have served you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. We now move to our second recipient, Mr. Jason Julian. Jason Julian is a seasoned financial executive and thought leader with over 2 decades of experience in the banking and financial services industry. A chartered financial analyst, CFA, Mr. Julian currently serves at the executive level within the First Citizens Group, where he also holds directorships across several of his subsidiaries. His leadership is defined by strategic vision, analytical expertise, and a commitment to ethical and effective management. Mr. Julian began his career in consultancy with PricewaterhouseCoopers and went on to hold management positions at an international bank, eventually rising to senior leadership within one of the Caribbean's largest financial services conglomerates, overseeing assets in excess of $8 billion. His professional qualifications include a BSc in Management Studies with honors from the University of West Indies, an MBA from the Edinburgh Business School, and the Accredited Director designation from the Chartered Governance Institute of Canada. He also completed advanced banking education at the Estonia Graduate School of Banking. In 2018, Mr. Julian earned top honors in the IBF's Professional Certificate for Financial Advisors Program, CertiFA, in the banking specialization, a move that reflected his dedication to mentorship and servant leadership. Despite being a senior executive, he undertook this program as a deliberate effort to encourage junior professionals to embrace continuous learning and professional development. Throughout his career, Mr. Julian has been a driving force behind strategic initiatives that have strengthened financial resilience, promoted sustainable growth, and advance regulatory compliance across the industry. He is widely respected for his thought leadership, frequently contributing to national and regional discussions on economics, investment, and financial sector evolution. He has served as a faculty member at the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business and is regularly invited to speak at industry forums and events. Mr. Julian has made significant contributions through board service. He is a past president of the CFA Society of Trinidad and Tobago and has held leadership roles on several boards, including the Mutual Fund Association of Trinidad and Tobago, the Securities Dealers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, the Capital Markets Development Committee of the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago as Vice Chairman, the Airport Authority of Trinidad and Tobago as Chairman, the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Term Finance Holdings Limited, St. Lucia Electricity Services Limited, and the West Indian Tobacco Company Limited. A distinguished alumni of UWI St. Augustine, Mr. Julian exemplifies integrity, humility, and a deep sense of responsibility to both his profession and his community. His approach to leadership is rooted in a belief in lifelong learning, transparent communication, and the power of example. We are proud to recognize Jason Julian for his outstanding contributions to the banking and finance industry. His unwavering commitment to excellence, innovation, and mentorship continues to set a high standard for future leaders in the financial sector. For distinguished and meritorious service to the banking and finance industry of Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen, we are very pleased to share Mr. Jason Julian's remarks on accepting this fellowship award.
Chairman, President, members of the Council, graduates, colleagues, and friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is with deep humility and gratitude that I accept this fellowship from the Institute of Banking and Finance. To be recognized by one's professional peers and by an institution that has shaped generations of Caribbean bankers is truly an honor. This moment is not mine alone. It belongs to the mentors who guided me, the colleagues and teams who believed in me, and my loved ones, whose care, patience, and unwavering support have been the foundation beneath every success. I still remember my early years in banking, eager, curious, and determined to make a difference. The Institute of Banking and Finance was part of that journey, providing the structure, discipline, and professional grounding that helped shape who I am today. This institute continues to be a cornerstone of excellence in our industry, nurturing talent and empowering possibility. At First Citizens, I've witnessed how knowledge, when coupled with courage and compassion, can transform organizations and lives. From expanding digital banking access to promoting financial literacy and inclusion, we've seen how empowering people through understanding, through opportunity, builds both trust and resilience. This is the essence of modern Caribbean banking, and not just managing capital, but mobilizing potential. As I accept this fellowship, I do so with renewed purpose to continue learning, mentoring, and contributing to making the financial system strong and globally competitive. Thank you to the Institute for this tremendous honor, and congratulations once again to our graduates, the future leaders of Caribbean banking and finance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Julian. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of a significant occasion. At this time, I'd like to welcome our Council Director and Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago representative, Ms. Shanta Dore-Bega, to offer a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a truly special and uplifting celebration this has been. My role today is simple, yet deeply meaningful. On behalf of the Institute of Banking and Finance of Trinidad and Tobago, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who made today's graduation ceremony a truly memorable and inspiring event. To our distinguished speakers, Mr. Mark Jardin, Mr. Nigel Batiste, and our international partners, thank you for your insightful and motivating words. Your presence and contributions continue to strengthen the global relevance and excellence of our programs. To our graduates, congratulations. Your resilience, dedication, and pursuit of excellence have brought you to this very proud moment. We celebrate your achievements and look forward to the impact you will make in the financial services industry. To our valedictorian, Mr. Nicholas Abraham, thank you for your heartfelt address. Your journey is a testament to the power of perseverance and passion. To our tutors, examiners, and moderators, your commitment to quality, education, and mentorship is the backbone of our success. We deeply appreciate your service. To our partners, supporters, and the IBF team, thank you for your tireless efforts behind the scenes to make today's ceremony seamless and engaging. And finally, to everyone who joined us today, thank you for celebrating this milestone with us. Your support means the world to our graduates and to the IBF community. Let's continue to champion lifelong learning, professional development, and excellence in banking and finance.